twins Cliff and Chris Paul couldn't stop talking about the assist. And yet, a new question,
Daddy, where does this come from?
rendered them speechless. As the Pauls delved deep into their lineage, they discovered something extraordinary. In 1922, local shopkeeper Clifford Paul, senior, inspired employees at State Farm, a thriving new insurance agency, to be there for customers like a good neighbor. While Christopher Paul, senior, revolutionized the game of basketball by suggesting players pass the ball to other players who could then score. Delighted that their ancestors invented the assist, the twins could rest assured the gift of giving was in their genes. Allegedly. Nothing endures like the legacy of an assist.
Welcome to The Rush Season 9 finale. As always, I'm Danny Frey.
And I'm Hannah Duncan. This week we bring you softball against Quincy and Southeast, baseball also against Southeast, regional semifinal girls soccer action, and we also bring you boys and girls track coverage. Don't forget the top 5 plays of the year and our last debate of the season. Now before Mr. Bandy steals CJ's chair again, let's start the show.
As Bandy screams with approval in the control room, let's do this show one more time. Sports, watch it. The softball team had a busy schedule this past week, playing Quincy at home on Monday, along with Southeast on Tuesday and Wednesday night. Senior pitcher and outfielder Allison Long joins us now. Allison, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the highlight. First, a non-conference ball game against the Quincy Blue Devils. Now, what's the team's focus been heading down this final stretch of the season right before the postseason?
Well, we've really been trying to focus on playing the ball and not really worrying about what team we're playing, because we know, like, if we just keep doing what we're doing and, like, focusing on the pitch we want to hit instead of, like, worrying about what the pitcher's throwing. Maddie Torrey led off the game with a solo homer that bounced off the top of the fence and over. Titans led 1-0 early. How'd that early home run motivate you guys towards the rest of the game? It kept our energy high. We knew that we could definitely hit off her.
And your sister, Sammy Long, hits a sacrifice fly to left. Parker Bandy will wheel it on home, and the Titans made it 2-0 in the third inning.
Yeah, Glenwood had the lead there, but it was actually pretty close until later in the game. Next, sophomore Angie Ford will hit it to the fence to increase the lead to 4-0 in the fourth. And the underclassmen have really been stepping up lately, haven't they, Allison?
Yeah, our team, it doesn't really seem like there's any like seniors and juniors. Everyone's been competing at the same level.
Next, Parker Bandy, she stepped up again and she'll single to right. She had 2 hits on the day, and that'll score you and Abby Burton to make the score 10-0 to end the game in mercy rule in the 6th inning. Parker's really been a consistent hitter all year.
Yeah, she has been. She's been seeing the ball really good.
And this game, once again, ending in mercy rule. A great game for Glenwood. And we'll take a look at the scoreboard here. 10-0 against QND.
Against Quincy.
Excuse me. Allison Long, you had a complete game pitched, 11 strikeouts, and Angie Ford went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Southeast highlight the next day. After Quincy, you guys played Southeast on Tuesday, and how important was it for the team to go undefeated in conference play?
Well, it wasn't really our main focus going in. We just knew that we had to keep play our game and just not worry about who we're playing.
Sammy Long hits a grounder past the third baseman, scoring Maddie Torrey as Glenwood led 2-0 in the bottom of the first inning. And how did misplays like that really hurt Southeast's game?
They just couldn't really catch up to our hitting because we just kept competing, and like every pitch mattered to us.
Parker Bandy once again smacks a hit to right field, scoring Carabelle to increase the lead to 6-0. Glenwood still in the first inning, but Danny, they still weren't done.
No, they weren't done. They scored 12 runs in the first inning, and that really set the pace for this game. Pop fly to right from Amanda Balster. It's dropped by the Southeast right fielder, allowing Carabelle to score, and at that point it was 18-0 Glenwood in the third. And Bree Graham batting, not pitching this time, slips it past the third baseman. That will score long, and that made it 19-1 in the fourth inning. And you know, the seniors, it was senior night. Talk about where you're feeling at this moment right here, knowing that this is one of the last times you'd play here on that field.
Well, we're a family out there, and it just really came together, and we knew that we succeeded at what we were trying to accomplish all season.
The bats really came alive in this game. Glenwood won 25-1 on 23 hits. Southeast with 6 errors. Maddie Torrey and Parker Bandy both went 3 for 3. Torrey with 4 RBIs and Bandy with 3.
The next night at Southeast, an 11-0 win for the Titans, and that put your CS8 record undefeated. And we talked about earlier, not really one of your main goals. Main goal would be in the postseason in the QND regional, very tough regional. You guys go undefeated in CS8 play and still end up with a 2 seed to QND as the 1. What are you guys expecting from that stacked regional?
We're just trying to focus in on like each pitch. We're playing like the ball. Like, it doesn't matter if who we're playing. We just want to we're playing our game.
Yeah, and your first matchup will be against Rochester. Had some tough games earlier on in the season. Well, Allison, good luck over there in Quincy later on in the season. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
The softball team now preps for the QND Regional semifinal against the Rochester Lady Rockets at 7 o'clock on Tuesday night.
While the girls kept the hits coming against Southeast on Tuesday, the baseball team tried to do the same, playing Southeast as well at South Park, coming off of a 3-2 14-inning loss at Pleasant Plains the night before. Let's go ahead and take a look at the highlight. Kyle Hall will get the start as the Titans look to rebound with their 10th CSA win of the year against the Southeast Spartans. Only had 1 win so far. Southeast will draw first blood, though, in the top of the second inning as senior third baseman Drew Palmer hits an RBI double over the head of GHS left fielder Brendan Hostetler. The Spartans led 1-0 after 2 innings. The game would stay close, though, after that. In the bottom of the third inning, Bryce Rooney will slap an RBI single into left field, scoring Sam Anderson for the Titans' first run of the ballgame, tying it at 1.
Yeah, and some unfortunate events for Southeast. After a bad throw and a stolen base, Rooney was on third base as Nick Maton would drill an RBI double into deep dead center field, and this would put Glenwood up 2-1 after 3 innings. And, you know, Southeast starter Isaiah Cotton, he had a funky windup, but at that point, Maton was able to get enough of it as the Titans led 2-1. Sam Anderson here pokes it into left field, and coming in to score for the Titans is Tyler Brown, GHS up 3-1, and that started to throw off some of Cotton's rhythm. Kyle Hall got the start. Aheron came in to finish up the game on the mound, and he got some help with the Titans on offense. They helped bail him out. Here's a 2 RBI single up the middle by Matt Sicardi. That put Glenwood ahead 5-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning of a very tight game. At that point, it was 3-2. The Titans would tack on 1 more a little later and make it 6-2. Kyle Hall on the mound, he does get the win, the junior. 5 1/3 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts. He gave up 2 earned runs as the Titans take it 6-2 on 8 hits, out-hitting SHG by 4. Here's Coach Pat Mooney after the game.
Yeah, tough loss last night, and you know, a pitcher that really doesn't let you get very comfortable in the box tonight. I was happy we were able to grind out some at bats and execute on the bases and get some runs tonight. To get them on, get them over, get them in type of thing. We were able to do that some today, and got hitting throughout the lineup. Ryan had a couple hits in the 5 spot, and that's the type of thing we're going to need. Just trying to find the right combination, the right batting order, some hot bats going into the postseason, because that's what it takes. We were able to do that last year. We were able to find a couple guys kind of get hot at the right time.
The next day, Glenwood played Southeast again, away this time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the results for that game. It was a much different game this time. Glenwood would win 13-3 on 18 hits. Thornton with 2 hits and 3 RBIs, and Ryan with 3 hits and 2 RBIs.
It's time for our first commercial break. When the rush returns, we'll bring you boys and girls track along with girls soccer regional semifinal action, so stick around. At Willie's in Chatham is a great family restaurant that supplies a wonderful dining experience. We offer outstanding fried chicken and over-the-top walleye pizza. With quality products at affordable prices, that Willie's is the way to go. Open Monday through Saturday, 12 a.m. to midnight. Call us today at 217-483-6969.
Aaron, you're all set.
Great, thanks.
Mike, thanks for doing that discount double check. You saved us hundreds.
What was that?
The discount double check? It's when we comb through your policies to make sure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
No, I get that part, but you guys are doing my move.
The discount double check move?
It's my touchdown dance.
So you're a dancer?
No, I'm a quarterback.
Oh, quarterback.
More.
I'm a robot. Get out of here.
Get to a better state, State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
Kids, the breakfast is ready. Eat up. Your friend's gonna be here pretty soon.
I'll be there in a second.
Have a great day.
My friend's here, I'm leaving.
Be safe. Come home right after school.
All right, see ya.
Wow, your dads are really looking out for you.
That's not my dad. That's my family's financial advisor, Mr. Sullivan.
Sullivan Financial, looking out for your investments and your family.
Welcome back to The Rush. The boys track team was at the CS8 meet last Friday at Memorial Stadium. The girls team also headed to Memorial Stadium the next day for sectionals after Thursday when they were rained out. Joining us as a guest anchor is senior pole vaulter and sprinter Trevor Dow. Thanks for coming on.
No problem.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the highlight, the boys side of things first. What's been your approach this year, especially contributing in multiple events?
I don't know. I just show up for the team, do my work, do what's asked of me.
You start out the pole vault right here. That's something you had to do.
Yeah, that's always a fun event for me.
Yeah, you got 13 feet 6 inches there. That's good enough for first place. And what's going through your mind at that moment?
Oh man, at that moment it's just get high, jump big. I don't know. Simple.
Sounds like a Nike commercial. But Hannah, go ahead.
Grant Kaiser with the mile with a time of 4:35, and he finished second overall in the 1600 meter run.
4x400 meter relay action here as Glenwood would finish with a time of 3:23. And Trevor, you're starting off the relay, and talk about this handoff to John Schroll, and then Schroll, he's wheeling it after that, and Michael Giovanelli brings it home.
Man, the goal at that point is to sprint as fast as you can, and whatever you have at the end, you give it to your teammate. You hand it off.
At that point, it was Michael Giovanelli. He was a little off for some of the meet, at least for his standards, but he finishes it home strong, and the Titans still win in the 4x400 meter relay. And the Titans were able to keep their speed throughout the meet, especially when Gio runs so many events. At the end of the CS8 meet, Springfield High, though, won by a hefty margin with a score of 137. Glenwood, 50 points back in third place with a score of 87. Now, Trevor, what's the mindset going into this sectional meet tonight as you head over there again? It's at Southeast, and what are you feeling? Sort of, you're going to jump high and go big again?
I'm not too worried about my performances in pole vault, but for our 4x2 and 4x1 team, I'm a little, not nervous, but I'm hoping for the best.
You're a little eager for it to take out. Let's go ahead and take a look at the girls' side of things the next day at the sectional meet, and it was hosted by Sacred Heart Griffin.
Yep, the top two placers advanced to state, and so do the runners who meet qualifying times or distances. Ellie Alexander starting off with the discus throw. She finished first with a distance of 125 feet 6 inches, and that qualifies her for state. Nikki Wright next qualifies for state also in the shot put with a second place finish with a distance of 35 feet 2.5 inches.
Now time for some running events. Alicia Windish leads off with the 4x100 meter relay with a strong start. This relay ended up coming in third with a time of 50.53. Mackenzie McClintock rounds it out, and she's kind of like you, Trevor. She's kind of in a lot of different events. It's hard to, how do you balance all that out?
You honestly really don't at this age. You just give it all you got every time you're competing.
In the 4x200 meter relay, same 4 runners of Windish, Weekly, and Werner, they finish with a time of 1:47.80, good enough for 3rd overall.
And senior Haley Johnson in the 800 meter there, it was a hard-fought race, so she finished 2nd behind sophomore Allie Goff. Haley finished with a time of 2:22.69, and she's really improved throughout the year.
Oh yeah, she's been doing really good. This upcoming meet, state for her, she's hoping to break the school record, and I'm excited to see what she does.
And the final in the sectional final standings, Glenwood in 3rd with a score of 75, and Springfield High, again on the girls' side, they take it with a final total score of 99 points. Trevor, thanks for coming on, and good luck in sectionals tonight and your quest for state as well.
Always a pleasure.
The boys head to Southeast for sectionals this afternoon, while the girls continue in state action at EIU this weekend.
The number 1 seeded Glenwood girls soccer team traveled west on I-72 to Jacksonville for a regional semifinal against the 4th seeded Jerseyville Panthers on Tuesday night. Let's check out the highlights. These highlights are courtesy of assistant soccer coach Greg Leip, and the winner would play the regional host Jacksonville in the championship game. And again, thanks to Coach Greg Leip for providing us this outstanding footage. Glenwood scored early and often. First off of the corner kick, junior Madison Volper kicks it off the noggin of a Panther defender and into the back of the net for the first score of the game. Senior forward Nikki Hogan with the cross to another senior forward, Cassidy Sheedy, who chips it in, or a Scooby Cheap, I believe is what Mason Byers calls it. Sophomore midfielder Kane Randall, some fancy footwork. Then she sends a great assist to Nikki Hogan, who puts it into the back of the net.
And Kane Randall again will pass it to Taylor Perriott, then out to freshman midfielder Katie Julin, who, just like her sister Maggie before she tore her ACL, boots it past the Jersey goalkeeper, who really had her work cut out for her. Then just seconds later, freshman forward Taylor Perriott, with a one-on-one situation, scores yet another goal, as GHS scored 9 goals in the first 11 minutes of the first half, and that score wouldn't change, as the underclassmen really stepped up in this game, and Glenwood won 9-0. Volpert with 2 goals and Graves with 1 goal and 2 assists.
The ladies play in the regional finals tonight at 6 p.m. again in Jacksonville against the host Crimsons.
It's time for the last commercial break of the season. When the rush comes back, Eric Berkla has the top 5 plays of the year along with his baseball picks. And the debate is back with Andrew Bacon, Brian Bowes, and Zach Kirker. Stay tuned.
Mr. Raji, we could save you hundreds by doing a discount double check.
Not you too, Raji. You're on my team. You know that's my move.
The discount double check?
No, that's my touchdown dance, man.
Here we go again. Sir, you're not even doing it right. Raji, drop it.
Show me what you got, Raji.
What is this?
Come on now. You said you were a dancer.
Where you going, buddy? Come on back.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
That Willie's in Chatham is a great family restaurant that supplies a wonderful dining experience. We offer outstanding fried chicken and over-the-top walleye pizza. With quality products at affordable prices, That Willie's is the way to go. Open Monday through Saturday, 12 a.m. to midnight. Call us today at 217-483-6969.
Welcome back to The Rush. I'm Eric Burklow with the top 5 plays at Glenwood Sports this year. Let's begin the countdown. Play number 5. It's from the softball diamond as junior Parker Bandy, the leading hitter for Glenwood this year, smacks the ball into the gap and then uses her wheels shifts in the maximum overdrive and slides in safety with an inside the park home run against Watchers. Glenwood won that CSA contest 7-5. Moving on to play the fourth play of the year, which is from the baseball from a couple weeks back, as junior center fielder Nick Hammond came off the bench as a sub and guns down the normal community's Ben Wild to end the game as the time held on 1-0. Coming at play number 3 this year is when sophomore guard Abby Deverman drained the game-winning three-pointer from the top key with 5 seconds left to knock off rival SHG 58-55. We'll stay on the basketball court with play number 2 from State Classic Farm Holiday as Peyton Allen executed an amazing posterizing slam dunk off an assistant from Drew Periodic against Thornton Fractional North. And what you've been waiting for, the top play of Glenwood sports this year, is from the football side of things when Daniel Helm launched a halfback pass to Marky Morris in the first half against SHG, leading to a later touchdown as GHS took a 28-21 lead against SHG in the halftime. Now it's another edition of my baseball picks. Let's start with my first series selections, Texas and Detroit. I think Detroit is looking like the best team is the best team right now, and a very good improved bullpen from last year, and their O hasn't missed a beat in Motown right now. Texas has underachieved with that 21-23 record this season. That's why Detroit will take 3 out of 4. Our next series is Oakland at Toronto. I really like this Oakland team right now. They are red hot. I think they're looking like the World Series winner in the MLB. They've scored 235 runs this season. Second best ERA in baseball with a 2.92 ERA. I think right now they're the best team in the MLB. I wouldn't want to play them. And we're going to Philly where LA will sweep the Phillies. LA needs to get going before San Francisco runs away with the NL West. This is the perfect series to do it. Philadelphia has been struggling. They're not that good this year. That's why I think LA will sweep Philadelphia. My next series is St. Louis at Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati will take 2 out of 3. This is my upset pick. St. Louis can't win on the road to save their life. They're Cincy's okay. And Cincinnati will take 2 out of 3. And St. Louis's offense is just complete terrible. They can't do anything offensively. That's why Cincinnati will take 2 out of 3. And my last one is Kansas City at LA. I have Los Angeles taking 2 out of 3. They're red hot right now. They've won 18 out of 29. That's pretty good in the MLB. Kansas City has disappointed me. I mean, their role hasn't been as good, and that will continue in LA. That's why I have LA taking 2 out of 3. And that's it for my baseball picks. And I think Cincinnati will still win the series.
We respect your opinion over there. So welcome here to our final debate of the year. And for me here, over here at the debate set, we got Brian Bose, Zach Kirker, and former GCNN member, current WIU Leatherneck, Andrew Bacon. So Bacon, thanks for coming on, everybody.
Yeah, no problem.
Bose and Kirker, thanks for coming on. Let's start the debate here. We'll start out with one of our planned questions, and then we'll kind of see what hijinks you guys
There were planned questions?
I sent those to you, so whether you read them or not, that's
Did
another
you read the planned
story.
questions?
I didn't they were sent to us.
You're going off the cuff. That's some miscommunication.
That's how we do it, brother.
There wasn't a miscommunication.
So, does Twitter help or harm in the way that sports news or kind of news in general gets out? I know you have an opinion because you were debating Ryan Mahan on Twitter the other day, but Bacon, we'll start with you. Twitter help or harm, or does it kind of do a little bit of both?
I think it does both. I think the biggest thing I noticed for helping is when the Boston Marathon happened last year. I think that was the focal point of how tremendous Twitter can be and helpful, letting the city know what's going on, letting everyone outside the city know what's going on. I know the city was closed for quite a while, and I think that's the potential that Twitter has. And then the harm is, I'm sure Kirker and Bose knows that it's a lot about athletes messing up going to colleges and coaches looking at that and saying, this person says this on Twitter, I don't want them on my team.
Bose, go down to you.
I think it helps.
All right, there you go. One word answer.
Good. I think that it helps tremendously. One, running a sports website, we see more than half of our traffic that comes in via Twitter. So for us, we don't have a set time at which we put stuff up. We let you know when it's up because it's through Twitter, and so that's big for us. To me, the situation about having kids acting a fool on Twitter and then losing scholarship opportunities because of it, that's not a problem that Twitter creates. That's a problem that the kid creates, and Twitter just allows a window to see what's going on. Kids should be aware that coaches are paying attention to that. And it just allows an opportunity for coaches to see you a little bit more up close and personal on a regular basis. You just got to be mindful of that. You just got to be smart when you're on Twitter. I think it's a huge tool, not just for sports, but much larger. Yeah, I knew that was coming. A nice cheer shirt, Brian. Glad you dressed up for the occasion.
Well, I see former intern Steven still working for us over there. He's got the crane camera working over there. Just
he was
like
dying to come today,
really?
Yeah. You think I can make it there in time? He drove like 90 to get here, I swear to God.
And then he didn't make it up on the stage. He's really butthurt about that. He's on camera duty, just like he would be typically with us. So.
Well, I'm sorry. That's how we had that plan. Well, I want to get to this question, Andrew. This is for you. What's your favorite memory of Mr. Bandy? He's leaving, resigning after this season. So what's your favorite memory that you have from him? I believe we have some of Bandy's finest for B-roll as well.
There's a lot of memories with Bandy, and I think the biggest ones that stick out was all of his tantrums he would throw. He'd throw a lot of tantrums in the control room when technology wasn't working.
Not once.
I think the biggest three is first when something wasn't working on the TriCaster, he threw his keys at the window and put a dent in the window. Commercials weren't working at the beginning of my senior year, and he decided to kick his foot in the air and his shoe flew behind the monitors, and he had to go crawl back there and go get it himself. And I think the biggest memory for me was my senior year, and it was our first show or second show of the year, and it was
there we go.
It was a terrible show, absolutely terrible show, and Ben and I were talking, and we weren't too happy with how all the other students were just laughing and joking around about it, and so we talked and said that something needed to be said, and so Bandy went up there and kicked the trash can and flew across the room, and he talked to us, told us that was the worst show that we'd ever have in the Rush's history, and he'd never had a show go 10 minutes under the allotted time.
Well, I think we've done that, so you're not alone.
Well, this was the first time, and he was not happy, and he slams his door, goes in his office, and I think Mr. Milner at the time was going by the room and just peeks in and is just like, is everything okay? We just kind of look at him and say, yeah. The bell rings, we leave, and we see Mr. Milner go in there and give Bandy a little pep talk. But for me, it meant, it shows how serious broadcasting is. It shows how competitive this field is, and that was a big moment for me because that really changed my perception is how, nothing's perfect, but how perfection needs to be, and if you want to be the best, you have to be almost perfect, and that was something that stood out to me, and it showed how much Bandy cared about the Rush and about GCNN, so that was something to me that's really cool. He takes it that seriously that he would kick a trash can in front of a bunch of 16 to 18-year-olds.
So, Bose and Kurt, we'll go to you guys here, and Bose, I understand you brought gifts.
Of course I brought gifts. It's your final show. Parting gifts for Danny Frey, brother.
Is that going to be after the show?
Yeah, I don't know how much time we got left.
Huh? We got time?
I feel like we should get into it.
Oh, if you want to get into it, we got a couple minutes.
You don't want our opinion on what we thought as Bandy as a teacher?
Do you want it?
I don't have one.
Sometimes he would kick trash cans and stuff, and then one time
shoes behind monitors.
Milner gave him a pep talk. One time Milner gave him a pep talk.
Showed me how much he cared.
But he really cared. So that's what we loved about it.
I think we got that going on.
Okay, good. All right, here we go.
That's it. Come on, dude.
Sorry.
All right, so you're done. It's your final show.
Correct.
We're really sad that you're going because, but we wanted to send you on your way correctly. So we know you're going to college, Western, in the fall, right? So first thing a college student needs is some ramen noodles. So here's some ramen noodles for you. And you're going to live in the dorm?
Yes.
Okay, here's a couple of posters for your dorm. Get that started.
Don't open those here. Don't open those here. Leave those leave those rolled up. Don't open those here.
I'll open them up later.
Okay.
Next up,
I would do it while you're alone.
This is basically just a bunch of stuff I found in my basement. But here's a book by Howard Cosell called I Never Played the Game. So
that works.
You can have this. You really can have this.
Wow. From the Brian Bose personal library.
Next, because you're always calling the highlights and you never participate,
you never shoot. You make everybody else do the work, and then you just sit in the high chair and you just call the highlights.
You never had that opportunity to win a sectional title or win a regional title or win a conference title. We got you a trophy. It's actually from 2008. It was spaghetti wrestler, but it'll work. So that's yours now. You're just helping me clean out my basement.
Everybody gets a trophy these days. Everybody gets a trophy.
That's right.
And this is a total prop gift because I want it back. Yeah. But this is a picture of Kirker and myself.
Well, this is when you're clean cut.
Yeah, that's back. Yeah, when I shaved. You gonna show that?
There you go.
Yeah.
That was our last day together at Channel 20, which was in hindsight the best day of our life.
And this might
shots fired.
This got cat hair all over it, but that's okay. This is for you because I know all year long you wanted to put this on Gavin's mouth.
Oh!
So why don't you give up that camera?
Here, I'll take it.
And we're gonna let Danny do what he's wanting to do.
Come over here.
Come and get in here. About time.
I don't know if this is big enough.
Yeah, you need a big piece.
Come on,
you can use multiple pieces.
There
we go!
Officially silent. Okay, so there we go. And Kirker's running camera now.
Never stops. Hey, you gotta keep that on for at least a little bit.
I definitely have to take a selfie with you on your phone.
All right.
All right, hold on.
Can I get in?
Yeah, you can get in. I know how to take a selfie, Danny.
Bacon, you get in here too.
Come on. Kirker, get in.
Be like Ellen DeGeneres, which, by the way, is Gavin's doppelganger.
This will be on Twitter momentarily, folks. Perfect.
All right.
All right. I'm going to tweet that.
Now we're Twitter famous that Brian Bowes is tweeting.
So we do think Twitter's important.
There we go. That answers your question that you talked about earlier. Well, guys, thanks for coming on. Bacon, thanks for rehashing some of Bandy's memories here. And Bowes and Kirker as well, thanks for the parting gifts. I appreciate it.
No problem.
And I'll dabble
Enjoy the
those.
posters.
I'll dabble into those later.
Yeah,
I wish you leave more often. My basement gets a lot cleaner.
Well, then I'll just let you know. All right, now it's time to end the show. That's it for this episode and this season of The Rush.
Single tear.
Yeah, am I tearing up a little bit? We want to thank Bandy for all that he's done here for The Rush. He's leaving in style here after 9 years in charge. Make sure to tune in next year for the Gavin Caruso directed Rush when he decides to show up and doesn't skip school. So that's right. That's it. Again, for the last time, I'm Danny Frey signing off. We gone. Woo!